Guys, hello, and welcome to your February videos, and welcome to Aquarius season, where, needless to say, things get a bit weird and strange and otherworldly. So, as always, guys, I have a little intro video for you, and I want to explain the look. Where my Naruto fans at? Got my little headband. So, I would have loved to dress up like an alien or some sort of weird figure for you guys, but I'll have to save that for when I get further in my journey. But what I was able to do is bring out my mist headband. And of course, you know me, I love themes, I love symbolism. So in my videos for February, I'm going to be wearing this mist headband. This is a Naruto headband for those of you who are Naruto fans. I am going to say I have not watched Naruto as much as I would like to. But this headband was given to me as a gift by a Gemini, my Gemini brother-in-law, and it was years ago. I had no idea really what it meant, but it was so cool. And my brother, he always wore a leaf one. He always wore one, so I always took an interest in that. Like, ooh, what's on your head? Like, that's so cool, you know? So he gave me one. And it just kind of gained depth over the time. You know, I'm a water sign. Gemini is an air sign, and this is mist. So mist is kind of air and water together. And guys, we are in a very misty time as we speak today. So I thought it would be really, really cool to bring out my mist headband, put it right over my third eye. You might not be able to see me in all the videos. I think it's just going to be my hands this month again. But I will be wearing this mist headband over my third eye as a symbol to communicate emotions. It's like emotional intellect. And I think that this month, guys, you know, Aquarius and Pisces, we share the month of February. And, you know, right now as I record these, it's February 12th. And you'll probably be seeing these around the 14th or the 15th. I wanted to get the video up. I always upload my videos around the 15th of the month. So you'll probably be seeing this within the next couple of days. And, you know, I was just kind of thinking about the energies this month, and they're very, very strange. Okay, that's why I started the video out with the weird sci-fi, you know, music, because it's a very strange time. Aquarius, I believe, we're going to be talking a lot about Aquarius season. I'm going to talk more about Pisces season in March, but, you know, water and air are very much meeting up. In fact, there's always an air sign on the zodiac wheel before a water sign, like Gemini, Cancer, you know what I mean, or Libra, Scorpio. So water, air always brings in water in our universe. And Aquarius and Pisces symbolize the last two zodiac signs of the wheel. We have Aquarius, the 11th house of groups and community, humanitarian, friends, all of that. And then we have Pisces, the 12th house. Astrologers often group Pisces and Aquarius together. Aquarius is the water bearer. So in the star card, which might come up in our videos this month, we have the lady who pours water on land and pours water in the pond, because Aquarius is a multitasker who nourishes both the past and the future. So there's that kind of duality there of the multitasking, of the both pouring of the water. And I always thought it was interesting that Aquarius is the water bearer, and then it's like Aquarius pours the water that Pisces swims in. And Pisces is the 12th house. It's the subconscious house. It's the last house of our zodiac. We are headed into that time, guys. On February 19th, the sun will enter Pisces, and a lot is going to shift, all right? We have an Aquarius eclipse. And so since we're headed into the astrology portion of the intro video, I'll just go ahead and share with you what I have here. So I wanted to talk briefly about that eclipse that happened on January 31st. It happened at the last day of January. We had two moons last month. I do believe we'll have two moons this month as well, because that's how the months are kind of lining up energy-wise. That eclipse was pretty gnarly. Okay, we're entering eclipse season now, and we have another eclipse on the 16th, I believe. On the 15th, I'm sorry, and that'll be a solar eclipse. So we kind of, we had a Leo eclipse back in August 2017, And those energies were kind of closed out by the lunar eclipse in Leo on January 31st. Very life changing, you guys. That eclipse was very much intense for me. It was in my sixth house. So, you know, and Leo is the fifth house of our whole universe. So it had everything to do with our authentic selves. I actually have a video where I talk a little bit about the eclipse, and I will be putting another video up for the solar eclipse. The solar eclipse on the 15th. So if you want to check that video out, more about that lunar eclipse, then go ahead and check my other videos out. But I did want to talk briefly about those changes. Okay, guys, I'm going to be talking more about that eclipse in each of our videos for our zodiac sign. So go ahead and if you want to like stand by, and definitely more information coming about that. So the major shifts happening this month, I would say we have a lot of Aquarius energy. For the first half of the month, we had Venus in Aquarius, which is very, very interesting. And Venus shifted into Pisces on February 10th, which was a couple days ago. So we've had this very Venusian, Piscean energy. Venus is in our 12th house subconscious of the universe. Very spiritual, very emotional, very sensitive and unconditional. I might talk a little bit more about that, but Venus is in Pisces, you guys. And she'll be there for, I think, until March sometime. And then, of course, we have Valentine's Day on the 14th, if any of you celebrate Valentine's Day. Now, see, with me, I don't really care too much for the holidays. They, you know, as I get more spiritual, it gets harder and harder for me to, you know, kind of follow these man-made holidays. But I do see them more as a ritualistic behavior. I see them more as, you know, I always look at the holidays as a little bit deeper, you know, like Christmas and Easter. I don't celebrate it like maybe the normal person would, but I do work with the energies. So this is all about love, right? Valentine's Day is all about love. I think it's just to make money. It's just like a huge marketing opportunity for companies, especially candy companies and card companies, but whatever. I guess you have to make your money somehow. So for me on Valentine's Day, I'll be doing a lot of Venus rituals. I'll be spreading a lot of love out into the divine universe, and I will be doing some surprise giveaways that day that I will just leave, and you'll find that out in a couple days, guys. So yes, we have Valentine's Day, kind of just moving down the line here. So we have an Aquarius new moon solar eclipse on the 15th. Very special day there, guys. I'm going to do a video all about those energies and what I think they'll mean for us. I did want to take a note here. I was researching. You want to be careful on Valentine's Day, guys, and you want to be careful on the new moon, because on that day we're going to have a very interesting aspect with Jupiter and Juno, okay? I will talk more about that in the Aquarius video and in the Scorpio video this month, and I will also talk about that in my new moon video. So if you're interested in that, you can do your own research, or you can just stand by, and I will definitely be coming out with some information there, okay? So we have the Chinese New Year on February 16th. We're going to be entering the year of the dog. So I have someone pretty close to me born in 1982, and there's other years as well, but so if you're born in 1982, you are year of the dog as well, but there are other years. It's very easy to find out your Chinese zodiac. I'm year of the boar. So, you know, some of you may have that in common with me. And others of you may have year of the dog. Now, year of the dog is a very loyal, you know, time. I believe that, you know, the Chinese zodiac is a little bit different than the Western astrology, but I'm going to be doing a little bit more research. I just know that loyalty and obedience, that comes up a lot with the Chinese zodiac year of the dog. And if you are a dog, if you are born in the year of the dog, you're a very loyal person as well, very a strong confidant, you know, just like a dog. It's very interesting, the symbolism there. So I wanted to mention that there. A lot of stuff going on for February, guys, and I'm just mentioning this because these are the shifts that we're going to be experiencing, right? So as we move on down, on the 17th, Mercury enters Pisces. Mercury is in Aquarius right now, guys, and he's been in Aquarius for a while, and he'll be there until the 17th. Now that's going to bring a lot of different aspects to our mental communication. It's going to bring a lot of, that's Mercury meeting the subconscious, right? So we're going to have a lot to do with our We're going to have a lot of work to do with our conscious and our subconsciouses. I might even try to squeeze in a video about that. I have a lot of videos to put out this month. And then, of course, after the 17th, we have the sun entering Pisces, okay? So this is going to be interesting, you guys, especially for me. You know, I'm a Pisces, so this energy, I'm trying to utilize this as much as I can. The fact that I'm just pretty much on a different world, my subconscious is very much being called. A lot of planets are going to be entering Pisces, right? And this, see, Pisces is all zodiac signs. Pisces is all zodiac signs combined into one sign. So something I like to say about Pisces is that whatever is going on with Pisces, you want to pay attention to, because that's what's going on in the universe is subconscious. So just because the sun's in Pisces, it technically means that the sun is everywhere, right? Venus is in Pisces. That means Venus is everywhere. So no matter if you're a Gemini or you're a Cancer or if you're a Taurus, the energy is affecting you because Pisces has a little bit of each sign in them. You know what I mean? So very, very interesting season to be coming up on. You know, I would say the same about Aquarius, because Aquarius stands for community, and a community is a group of people. It's so interesting how these astrology signs and how astrology kind of maps out the way that our universe truly is. So we have that 11th house and we have that 12th house. So I definitely wanted to bring out my mist headband for the water air energy. And I definitely wanted to speak a lot about emotional intellect. I'll be talking about that a little bit more in the Aquarius new moon video. But it's a lot of emotion, guys. I think a lot of us are really searching for emotional clarity right now. You know, we could be having a heavy emotional thoughts right now. And that's because of the energy that Aquarius and Pisces share. You know, Aquarius and Pisces are very strange zodiac signs. We're very mysterious. We hang out at the bottom of the zodiac wheel, just chilling in our different realms. You know, Aquarius are the aliens, Pisces are the fairies, the mermaids, anything mysterious, mythological, anything that has to do with fantasy. So when we enter these sort of realms, you know, our mental states and our perceptions can get a little skewed. So you might want to grab a Pisces friend or an Aquarius friend around this time and just, you know, observe them, not in a creepy analytical way, but just try to, you know, jive with them. And, you know, if you study or take note of what a Pisces and an Aquarius is going through right now, you can kind of relate that to the collective. You can kind of relate that to our subconscious as a whole. So, you know, guys, very interesting time here. Very interesting time indeed. We are reaching the end of a cycle. Come Aries season next month, guys, we are going to be experiencing the astrological new year. I can't wait to talk more about that in March. And as far as the astrology portion goes, that's all that I have for you there. And of course, there's more weird stuff to talk about, but it has more to do with just the readings that I'm doing this month. So as far as the readings, I am seriously so excited because, you know, I'm a Pisces, you know, all this weird energy is going on right now. Well, I'm going to give you guys straight up intuitive readings. These readings are going to be straight up channeled, and I'm so excited. And now, for those of you who don't know what that means, it means that there is no structure. And, you know, I'm very, very psychic, especially around these times, guys. I'm coming up on my solar return. I'm going to be on Earth for another year. So these things are very, very, I'm very affected by these things is what I'm trying to say. I'm actually going to light some sage here for the collective. I actually was so excited that I did not sage before my video, but now we will sage together. So go ahead and breathe this in, and since I'm a Pisces, this is definitely available for you. Anyone who's watching, if you just need, I just burnt my nail. If you need any extra cleansing, anything like that, then just let it soak in, guys, because it's very important to cleanse around these times because there's so much energy coming in and out of our subconscious that you really just want to stay in tune with your own energy. And you want to stay in tune, especially this has everything to do with our intellect. It has everything to do with our subconscious. It has everything to do with our emotions, right? Pisces and Aquarius. February is so Aquarius, Pisces, you know, and those energies are literally a little bit difficult to explain, okay? So the way that I'm gonna do it is explain it by being my very weird self. And I'm not gonna really rehearse anything or make anything structured, because that's not how Pisces and Aquarius are. I mean, sure, Aquarius is a structured person, sure. But as far as what they know, as far as their knowledge, as far as the way they live their daily life, they experience strange things, strange synchronicities, strange thoughts. And Pisces and Aquarius might not feel super strange, but people certainly observe us that way. And I love weird. I love being weird. I love being strange. So I'm going to have a lot of fun this month, guys, just straight up giving you I'm really going to dive into my intuition. So I have no idea what's going to happen in these videos, because I'm going to let the universe literally tap in and work with me. And I'm going to work with the universe, and I'm going to be doing a lot of spirituality. I'm going to really get heavy into the incense, heavy into my crystals and my rocks over here, maybe even with some candles. I mean, that's how potent these energies are this month. I really want to get creative and be just my natural Pisces self. I have Mercury in Aquarius. I have Mercury in Venus. Venus entered Pisces, so I'll be working with that Venus collective love and beautiful energy. Anything can happen, guys. I have no idea. So you're in for a surprise. I want to really tap into your guys' subconscious. That's what I want to call these readings. They're very channeled from the universe, freestyle. They're very subconscious. So I just want to know. I think actually I'm going to save that for March. That's what my mind was thinking about for March. But for this month, very channeled, intuitive messages. Because what I didn't mention yet is Aquarius is the 12th house of Pisces. Pisces is the 12th house on the zodiac wheel. They're number 12. We only have 12 zodiac signs, and I know that there's that 13th zodiac sign. I don't really follow that. I just follow the 12 houses of the universe, right? So the zodiac sign behind you is always your 12th house, because the zodiac sign that you are is always your first house. So Pisces is my first house, and if you move back one, then you find yourself in Aquarius. So Aquarius and I have a very interesting relationship. I can always talk very strangely with an Aquarius. We have very strange and intellectual conversations, and there's even a little bit of hidden emotion behind the conversations. And I don't know if that's just because I'm a Pisces, or if it's because I have a Capricorn rising, or if it's because see, Capricorn is Aquarius's 12th house. So when I get with an Aquarius, it gets very otherworldly. It gets very subconscious. It gets very in that realm. It's hard to explain. So welcome to my world, guys. I'm going to be really using that 12th house energy of Aquarius. The sun is going to be in Aquarius as I do these videos. So I really want to shed awareness on the spirituality of things, the creativity of things. It's all about using your imagination. So you're going to see that through me this month, and how I literally, usually I have some sort of structure or some sort of theme, and I love a good theme. But this month, the theme is to not have a theme. And it's to really just freestyle and see what messages come up with you guys. And, I won't know until until the cards come out and show me. And I like that, because that's usually how I read my own tarot anyways. I just kind of ask Spirit what's going on, and then I just kind of let the messages fall out, and then almost instantly I am aware of what Spirit is trying to say. So if you're into that kind of thing, then you've reached the right video. And I just want to wish Aquarius and the February Pisces a very happy birthday this month, you guys, and everyone a happy Valentine's Day. And also, congratulations to Aries and Aquarius. Once again, shout out to my Aquarius and Aries followers. You guys had the most likes. You guys had the most views. So keep in tune for your video. I will definitely be pulling some extra cards for you guys to reveal some hidden energies for you. So you guys get kind of a little treat there. But for everyone else, don't worry. There's definitely going to be, some surprises in there for you as well. So guys, that is what's going on. A lot of mysterious energy, even more mysterious in March. Really excited to do those videos after my solar return has passed, things like that. But I think that's it. I think that's it for the intro video. And other than that, buckle up, you guys. We are in a rocket. I'm imagining us in a rocket right now. We are about to blast off and we are about to be abducted to a different realm where we can get some of the most amazing messages from spirit. So, guys, I hope you're ready. Buckle up, like I said, and enjoy your reading. See ya.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
Hello, Virgo. We definitely have an interesting session, an interesting conversation coming up here in February between you and I. So, we have a little bit to talk about astrologically before we begin the tarot portion of your reading, if that's okay. So, Virgo, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the planet Mercury and also the full moon that's going to be happening in your sign next month. Yes, Virgo, there is a full moon next month in your sign because, like every full moon, it is opposite the sun. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's going to be Pisces season soon, and the opposite sign of Pisces is Virgo. So, you know, the moon is going to be full in Virgo next month. And we'll talk a little bit about that in March. But I did want to talk to you a little bit about that this month as well, because I'm all for preparation. And I don't believe you can be over prepared for anything, especially you, Virgo. And especially because, you know, I am a very big fan of opposite signs in the universe. Everybody has an opposite sign. For Pisces, it's Virgo. For Virgo, it's Pisces. And Pisces season is just days away. On the 19th, the sun will enter Pisces. And the reason why that's important for you all is because when something happens to your opposite sign, it's happening to you in shadow form. Pisces is essentially the shadow side of Virgo. And Virgo is essentially the shadow side of Pisces. And I've spent a lot of time in my life learning that about Virgo through the Virgos who are in my life. So I'm very passionate about this reading this month because I'm feeling a lot of that Pisces energy rolling in. And I know that Virgo is going to be the shadow of that energy. And as this watery illusion, fantasy-like spiritual, beyond these realms energy, as that energy rolls in, Virgo energy is going to be needed behind the scenes, analyzing and organizing and grounding the energy. And I am a Pisces who's enlightened enough to know that, you know, I'm going to hold the Virgo energy that's around me very near and dear around the time of my birthday and around the time of Pisces season. Because where there's a Pisces, there's a Virgo too. So I just wanted to talk to you guys on a more deeper level about some of those things today. And I wanted you to prepare yourself for things to be happening opposite of you. All of this energy in Pisces is going to be opposing you, right? And I have all the faith in you guys, but I do believe that there will be a lot of stirring emotion, especially when there's a full moon in your sign. I mean, you guys have been dealing with a lot of energy. We can talk a little bit about that Leo eclipse that happened on January 31st. That happened in your 12th house of subconscious. Got a lot going on in your subconscious, huh, Virgo? A lot of new beginnings happening subconsciously with you, and a lot of endings happening beneath the surface as well. See, the 12th house is all about what's beneath the surface. It's all about, see, Pisces is the 12th house in the universe. But we all have our own 12th house on the wheel. And for Virgo, it's Leo. It's the sign that comes right before you. For me, it's Aquarius. For you, it's Leo. See, our 12th houses are opposite as well. So our subconsciouses are even opposite. And that's how astrology is kind of set up. So for you, Virgo, you guys had a full moon in your subconscious at the end of January And for me, that means that the beginning of February, it kind of shadows that energy. It's kind of mirroring that energy. So February and March, very emotional months for Virgo, because the moon is in areas of your life that are very mysterious and very hidden beneath the surface. The moon itself is a very subconscious energy. Pisces and Cancer are ruled by the moon. So those are two water signs that are very spiritual, very psychic, very emotional. And you know, Virgo, you're an earth sign. So you're more about reality. You're more about seeing things for what they actually are, not digging beneath the surface and finding the mysteriousness about this thing. You're more so accepting about what it is that this is, life and people and situations. So it's interesting that we're going to have this Virgo Pisces energy. And I know by astrology, taking a look at the astrology, that Virgo's subconscious are pretty busy right now. And your subconscious is basically your mind on steroids. So, you know, the subconscious is different than the mind. And we also have your mind traveling as well with your ruling planet Mercury. I talked to Gemini a little bit about this. But Mercury is in Aquarius until the 17th. So on the 17th, Virgo, Mercury is going to enter Pisces, your opposite sign. And see, when we mention Pisces, I want you to keep in mind your 7th house of relationships, because the opposite sign of you is always your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. So when you have energy entering your 7th house, like the Sun and Venus and Mercury, then the people around you, the relationship you have with people, places, and things, not just love relationships, but business relationships, friendly relationships, relationships of all kind, especially the relationship with yourself, Virgo. You guys have Venus in your 7th house. That could mean new love for some of you. That could mean attraction, being attracted to certain people. So you're going to have a lot of this energy moving from Aquarius to Pisces, which is opposite your sun. That could be, that's an alignment. When you're opposite of something, it's almost parallel. So you want to keep in mind that the sun and the moon and Mercury and Venus and Neptune, all these things are going to be opposite of you, really working in this area of your subconscious relationships with other people. What lies beneath? When it comes to the relationships, see, your relationships are ruled by Pisces, so there's always something happening beneath the surface when it comes to the relationships Virgos are in. No wonder you guys are usually analyzing what's going on. It's probably in efforts to unmask some of these things that you're able to feel, because Virgo, you're very special, very psychic, angels, very intuitive, you know. You guys are the Hermit card. So you guys are very wise beyond your years, but you wear this costume of this normal human when you are far more than that. Needless to say, I'm going to enjoy this conversation that we have today. So February is all about your 12th house and your 6th house. Your 12th house is Leo, and your 6th house is Aquarius. Those are the energies happening in February. And towards the end of February, we're going to be working more towards your 1st house and your 7th house because of the moon and because of the sun. But for the first half, I'm going to talk more about that in March, but for the first half, your 12th house is being activated, your subconscious and your health. Your subconscious health, your subconscious lifestyle, the spirituality of your health, emotions, earth and water, air and fire. You know, your 12th house and your 6th house, Virgo. So we had a full moon in your 12th house, really completing and bringing certain secrets and hidden energies to light. I believe you guys were probably doing a lot of work subconsciously around the end of January. But that energy is still here in February, because this is the North and South node we're talking about. So you have the North node of destiny in your 12th house, meaning Virgo is really supposed to be focusing right now for the next, well, until November, until the North Node enters Cancer. Well, right now, the North Node for Virgo is in their subconscious. So you guys are probably thinking subconsciously a lot about the direction in life you're going. Way deep down in there, Virgo. Way deep down in your subconscious. This is the place that energies are going to be revealing. A lot of revealing of the 12th house. A lot about your health, your mental health, your subconscious health. So this is really about breaking the shell that you have as a hermit and getting down to the nitty-gritty of what you really think and feel. So we have a new moon in a couple days on the 15th in your house of health. And I think you're going to feel this eclipse a lot more than you felt the last eclipse. The last eclipse was in your 12th house. It was more so behind the scenes. But this eclipse is in your 6th house, which you're very comfortable with the 6th house energy, Virgo, because you are the 6th house of health, of lifestyle, of service. So, you know, you're going to have a new moon there, and that's a great time for you to plant seeds for the future of your Virgo full moon. So between the 15th and between early March, when the Virgo full moon is here, you know, there's a lot that's going to come to completion with you guys. There's a lot that's going to come to the surface. See how these energies are working? So I'm pretty interested to see what kind of messages are going to come up for you guys this month. And if you watched my intro video, you know that I'm just really freestyling this month. I'm really going to allow Spirit to really reach you guys in any kind of way. So I just want to contact Spirit. This is the Virgo reading for February 2018. Please align me with the Virgos who watch my videos, and please contact me with the same messages, with the messages that relate to Virgo, the Virgos that watch my Pisces Priestess channel. And I just want to align myself with the energy to open up space, create the space for very intuitive messages to come out here for Virgo. Very accurate and relatable messages for the Virgos. So let's see what Spirit has to talk to you about Virgo. Okay. So we have the World and the Hermit card. Alright, pause. Oh, Virgo. So I hope you just saw that there. We literally have the World and the Hermit card coming out. And when I began this reading, the Virgo card was on the top. And I started shuffling, and here we have the World and the Virgo card. So I'm seeing and feeling a lot of different things with this Virgo. Right off the bat, I see that there's a lot changing with you guys. The World card comes up when literally the world is changing. This is a harm. This is also good luck and a celebration as well. So some of you could be receiving certain good luck or certain positive celebration information, or what is it called? News. Good news coming in February. But you know what I really feel here, Virgo, is that you're feeling really isolated from everything going around. This card is the hype. A lot of change is going on in the world right now. You know, and here's the Virgo card that really means, you know, it's really a card that means isolation. It means solitude. So if you're not a Virgo who's feeling alone or who's feeling isolated or in their solitude, then this is the message here for you from Spirit, is that, you know, you really could be looking down at the world like the angel you are in a very isolated way. I do feel here a very strong feeling that some of you feel very alone. You feel very separated from the world. And, you know, that's a very Virgo thing. Virgos are more so the hermits. That's why you guys are the Hermit card. But this is also, you know, Spirit is leading me to tell you that it's time to look inward in February. And in March, this Pisces energy, you know, you're not that unfamiliar with Pisces energy, Virgo. It's in you. In order for you to be a Virgo, you had to master Pisces energy. You know, like I was explaining to you in the beginning of this reading, you are everything that Pisces is not. So needless to say, this energy coming in, this Pisces season, is really going to change your world up. And it may make you feel a bit isolated, but I think that that's really beneficial for you right now in the next couple of months, because there's going to be a lot going on. And in order for you to analyze everything, you know, the world is a big thing for you to analyze, Virgo. A lot of things to fix, a lot of things to organize. And I think you're trying to logically understand what it is that's occurring in your life right now. But in order to do that, the first step to doing that is turning inwards, reflecting on your own inner light like this hermit is. And it's interesting, it's like Virgo is sending the world light. And it's like you're looking at the world and kind of guiding it and protecting it right now. Your energy could be very well doing that, but that can be kind of draining. So if this is what's happening with Virgos on a collective level, then it's very important that you're spending certain time in your solitude. I mean, this is profound. For this message to come out for the Hermit, this is literally a message for you, Virgo. This is that your world is changing. The actual world that you live in is changing, and your personal world. This is your isolated world. It's changing. There's certain completions happening with you, Virgo, because the World card also comes up for cycles. You see how this is a cycle? It's almost like the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune has a similar meaning of the World card. But the World card came up for you for a reason, and it's because a lot is coming to a full cycle for you. And honestly, the world is coming to a full cycle as well, because we're reaching Pisces season. And Pisces season is a bit like the end of the zodiac wheel. If you could just imagine all the zodiac signs around here, well, we're right here where Pisces is, and then when we reach here, it's Aries, and Aries is the first zodiac sign. And that's when we experience the astrological new year. So a lot of people don't know it because they think the new year is on January 1st. And we're not that far into the actual new year of 2018. So there's still things completing from year 2017. People, places, things, jobs, things with you, things with others, anything, things with your life, things that make you vulnerable. There's just something coming to full circle, Virgo. And I think as we continue with your reading, we'll know what that is. But it's beautiful that these are your two cards, and I'm going to ask Spirit a little bit more about this completion and new beginning with you. And Virgo, this is seriously the full moon in March. Full moons are cycles. The moon is creating a cycle right now. And we're I don't know if you can feel it, Virgo, but we're at a very special time. And there's a lot happening for you right now. So let's figure out a little bit more about this Hermit and this world, this isolated world that you're living in, Virgo. And at the bottom of the deck right now, we have the Knight of Swords. So even though you're isolated and even though there's all this completion going on, you're still charging forward. Look at your mental. Look at your subconscious, Virgo. Still charging forward mentally, like you always do. Because you are strong mentally. First and foremost, you have your mental power always, which is what that sword represents. And you could be experiencing a little bit of mental confusion with the clouds in the background there, but don't worry, Virgo, because that could be the very thing that's completing for you. That could be the very thing that you're charging from. So let's continue with this message, Spirit. We have the World for Virgo. We have the Hermit card on the table. So, let me put this incense out because it's starting to choke me out and make me feel a little bit overwhelmed. And, Virgo, you could be feeling pretty overwhelmed too. Because sometimes when I do these readings, what I feel is actually what the viewer is feeling. So I feel very overwhelmed and almost like I can't really talk. And out comes the Three of Swords. So a lot of you are very, very heartbroken right now. And I was absolutely right to say that you guys are feeling mentally unclear, because this is my mentally unclear card. See all the clouds and the rain and those three swords just jabbed into your heart? Virgo, some of you are dealing with a third-party situation. Meaning that there are three people or three things involved in your heart or involved in a certain love situation. Now, this doesn't have to be a person. This could be you, your lover, in work. This could be you, your lover, in insecurities. This could be you, your lover, in the universe. This is just coming up to show me that, first and foremost, there's some heartbreak and betrayal on the table here. And also that your heart is not in the best condition. You do feel alone. And hopefully this is one of the things that are completing for you, because I hate to see you guys heartbroken. This is also my personal card for communication from the heart. You see, Leo is ruled by the heart. And Leo is all about being authentic, Virgo. And see, Leo is your 12th house, and we had that full moon there on the 31st of January. So that full moon was teaching you to be authentic at a subconscious level, at the deepest level of you, your heart. Leo rules the heart, so it's important for you to be paying attention to the health of your heart. This is all about your 6th house and all about your 12th house.
Your heart has a subconscious too, Virgo. And it's time that you communicate from a place of heart, whether these words are hard to say or not. Because I'm seeing here that there's something that you have to say or something that's been said to you that literally just stabs you in the heart. I mean, I feel it. You are heartbroken in February. And this isn't just new heartbreak. Like, this is just all the pain coming to the surface. Like it's going to for everybody in Pisces season. Pisces handles pain in a different way. You know, we're not afraid to feel it. And with you, Virgo, you could possibly be more analytical when it comes to pain. You know, with you, everything has its perfect place to be. Because you like your life to be in order. You like to be organized. You like to be of service. And the best way to be of service is to have everything in its rightful place. But what about your heart, Virgo? Just like Pisces, Virgo is always putting other people before them. And so you can walk around with a heart that is in this condition and not even know it. The best way to get Virgo to see this is to tap into their mental ability. So the universe could be really, really trying to show you mental pain right now. In other words, you could be thinking a lot about what you feel. You could be thinking about a lot about what your emotions are trying to tell you, because that's how a Virgo feels, is through their brain. A Virgo's brain is their heart. So to me, I don't know if it's your brain that's heartbroken or if it's your heart that's broken. I think it's both. So you're dealing with mental pain and heart pain. And I see that you need to take these swords out of your heart and use them to cut certain people out of your life, certain toxic situations out of your life, toxic energies. And this might be why Virgo is shown really alone in their world, because nobody knows that you guys are feeling this way. And there's a lot of clouds and rain coming down on this poor heart. And I think the only way out of this, Virgo, is to communicate. Also, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. So there's something that you guys are holding on to very tightly. And it's interesting that it's coming up as the Pentacles, because this is your energy. Pentacles are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you're holding on to a certain situation, and because this is at the bottom of the deck when the Three of Swords comes out, I see that that might be the cause of your heartbreak, that you're kind of stubbornly clinging on to whatever logic you can. You know, this so far on the table, it doesn't, even as a psychic, even as a tarot reader, I don't quite know what this story is yet. So I know you guys probably don't know, you know, whenever the world is on the table, you really don't know what's going on, because certain things just aren't so anymore. This is a completion. This is new beginnings. So you might just want to take a step back, Virgo, into your own energy until these completions are over with. Especially if I were you, I would just chill. I would just chill and kind of go inside until that Virgo moon comes, because there's certain things that just won't make sense until that Virgo moon. And you know what, guys? I have the King of Wands. Fiery energy there. But what I was going to say is that I feel like the way your logic is going to be based on emotion now. Especially as Pisces season comes in strong. Pisces season is very powerful because it takes all the zodiac signs and puts them into one energy. In other words, there isn't any energy that Pisces can't tap into and influence. So everyone is going to be influenced by Pisces season. And, you know, Pisces energy might come in and make you feel things that you have been really, you know, you've had logical control over them from this point on. But come mid-February, that logic is out the door. And you're being asked to release the only thing that makes sense to you right now, which is logic. And I know that's a lot to ask for, especially during a time like this, but you really want to surrender to that full moon, Virgo. Even surrender to the heartbreak, because that is where the logic lies. You can't think straight right now about all these changes because you've turned your back on a heartbreaking situation. You've turned your back on your own heart, Virgo. And I'm saying that because I literally see that in the cards. You've allowed someone to break your heart repeatedly. And anyone who really loves you would never treat your heart like this. So I suggest that you start putting yourself first. this month, because you're going to be, I don't know why I heard under attack, but it's going to feel a lot like that. The only time Virgo latches onto something is when things are falling apart and when they don't make sense logically. So let's keep going here and figure out, what more of this energy has to do. So let's keep going, Spirit. And your cards are just popping right out, Virgo. So it's interesting. We have the Two of Wands. Let's see. What card can we put right beneath the Hermit for Virgo, February 2018? Okay. So we have the Three of Cups and the Lovers. And then we have the Emperor. And underneath that, we have the Page of Cups. So we'll talk about that soon. Let's go ahead and talk about these energies really quickly. So clarifying the world is the Two of Wands. So Virgo, you have a decision to make about your world soon. And do you see a similarity here? We have the world, right? Quite literally the world. And then take a look at what's in this guy's hand in this card, the world. So Virgo, no matter which way it goes, you are very much focused. See how this is you. And you are literally looking at the world in this card. And you're also looking at your world here as well. So you've reached a kind of crossroad here. And you know what this energy is saying? Whenever the Two of Wands comes up, it talks about making a decision that has to do with staying comfortable. So basically, Virgo, do you want to live a comfortable lifestyle, or do you want to expand your horizons and try something new? Because there's certain things in your life that are just not working out anymore. And the universe is trying to tell you and show you logically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Pay attention to the signs, Virgo. Because there's a lot going on around you and you're left quite vulnerable here in the middle. Okay? And you want to ask yourself if what's been going on in your life is making you happy. Are you truly happy, Virgo? Do you feel grounded? Because it's important that you feel grounded at home and in your relationships and, in your life as an entire life. So this is telling me here that you literally have a decision to make in February and in March that has to do with something. It has to do with either staying comfortable and just repeating a cycle, because if you decide to stay comfortable instead of embrace change, then you're going to be deciding to stay in a situation that you've already mastered. You've already learned what you've had to learn from this situation, so it's time to pick up the pieces and direct your attention towards what's next, because I'm a firm believer in that everything is getting us ready for what's next to come. So Virgo, you've been through a lot, obviously. This heartbreak was to teach you something. This pain was to teach you something. And it's up to you if you're going to, you have free will at the end of the day. So it's up to you if you want to continue to repeat this cycle or not. But some of you are really being guided to go a different route with this. And to take everything that you've learned, everything that's made you vulnerable and heartbroken, all the betrayal, all the mental confusion, take that and direct it towards something that'll actually be worth it in the end. I see you in deep thought here. And this also has something to do with being isolated, okay? It's time for Virgo to really, really spend some time thinking of only them. Not family, not girlfriends or boyfriends, not anybody else but yourself. Because, there's a full moon in your sign. And when there's a full moon in your sign, no matter how much of an emotionally distant person you are, it calls you to your own emotional truth. You cannot hide from the moon. And the moon is also about secrets and about what's hidden deep beneath. And for you, that is going to have everything to do with a certain decision that arises in February. The decision to stay comfortable and repeat a cycle, or the decision to move forward with a completely brand new, different life. So very interesting for that World card to come up, to be validated by the Two of Wands, which is another World card. So this has everything to do with just thinking about your future. Expanding your horizons a bit, even if it means making yourself a little bit uncomfortable. And this comes up right after a heartbreak in February. So if some of you are experiencing a heartbreak in February, the best thing to do before and after that heartbreak is to isolate yourself and to just get back to the basics, Virgo. Because I see that you're a little overwhelmed by everything that's, Virgo, I told you, you guys are analyzers. So I see that you're pretty distracted and you're pretty busy right now with not only real life stuff, but actually emotional stuff too, and mental stuff too, and heartbreak and all these things that you're dealing with. But it's time to separate a bit from that, because we have these two isolation cards on the table, this one and the Hermit card. And you're being asked to separate yourself from the world. I know it's hard as an angel, because angels are always supposed to be around when people call on them. But, if we don't treat the angels of our universe kindly, we're not going to have any angels available to guide us and to help us, right? So before the heartbreak and after the heartbreak, you're being asked to be alone and think about what it is that you want to do moving forward, what it is that this all means to you, especially all these changes happening in the universe. Now, we have the Hermit card with the Three of Cups. And I see that you guys are really turning your back on, this is people drinking and having fun and celebrating for Valentine's Day and all the hype, and you're really just not about that life right now. Like, I see that Virgo is literally just ready to be by themselves for a while. And whether that means mentally or physically, I'm not sure, but it's very important here that you're spending time on your own. Virgo, take a walk. Even, I know you guys are really busy, and some of you are probably listening to this like, well, when do I get a time to be alone? I don't have time to be alone. All I do is work, and then I come home, and I have home stuff to deal with, and then it's just right back to the same shit in the morning. Well, Virgo, you have got to incorporate some time for you. If you cared about yourself as much as you cared about the next bitch, then you would be in better shape. But instead, you're just giving too much of yourself away and not getting anything in return. And that is emotionally draining you. And not only that, but you can't make sense out of any of this either, logically. So emotionally and logically, you're pretty screwed. And that's not a good place to be in. And I feel that, even if it's just simply listening to music while you're in the shower, or, taking a walk, a 5-minute walk before work. Just make sure that once a day, or at least every other day, you're doing something where you are completely alone. If you have a bunch of family around you, or if you're in a relationship, you just need to communicate the fact that, that you feel the need to be alone. Even if logically it doesn't make sense, because maybe you're feeling really sad. So you're like, I really don't want to be alone. Well, Spirit is telling you that that is going to be of benefit. Because when you're alone, that's when you're going to be able to make this decision here. And this is an important decision. I see that this decision is literally going to determine your life for the next 6 months to a year. In order to make this decision, you need peace and quiet. You don't need everybody and their mama and their drama to distract you. And you don't really care about partying or celebrating right now because you've turned your back on that. You're not really in a celebratory mood. So to me, that might mean that you feel defeated, or that you don't feel happy enough to really, maybe you really, some of you might really be missing this kind of energy where you were just happy and celebrating, and where you were emotionally connected with other people, possibly from back in the fall, back when your birthdays, 6-7 months ago, because there's this pumpkin down here. And others of you, there's another third party situation going on here. We have the Three of Swords and the Three of Cups. So I feel that some of you are turning your back on a situation where there was 3 or more people involved. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a person. It can be you, your partner, and emotions. It could be you, your partner, and a communication error. Because I do see here that there is a communication and emotional problem in some kind of relationship, Virgo. And look at you over here just alone. You've turned your back on your emotions, and you've turned your back on your intellect and your heart. You've turned your back on your heart and therefore turned your back on the way that you feel. And you know what that's done? It's allowed space for someone else or something else, another energy to come in your relationship. And I don't know about you, Virgo, but that doesn't sound very good. That sounds like there's more. That's going to add another element to analyze when you're already up to your head in details. The devil's in the details. So if I were you, I would, regain my focus back on what truly matters, which is your heart and your relationship and your emotions. People don't think Virgo is emotional, but they have enough emotion for 3 people. And you're not celebrating emotionally right now. I'm telling you, there's something here with emotions. There's 2 threes here. 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords. So where there was heartbreak and mental pain, this is mental because it's an air energy. So this is communication, heartbreaking communication, betrayal. And then this is a third-party emotional situation. And this could be you and 3 different things that you feel. And to me, since you've turned your back on it, they're not 3 good feelings. They're 3 bad feelings like insecurity, sadness, and anxiety, or doubt, failure, and loneliness. Why else would you turn your back on it, Virgo? So you really have to pay attention to your emotions just like everybody else. I've literally, all these readings talk about you gotta pay attention to the emotion this month, because when it's Pisces season, the only way that Pisces knows how to communicate is through their emotion. And if you're not paying attention during Pisces season, you're not going to know what the world is trying to tell you. You're not going to be able to make this decision or these changes or these completions or these new beginnings. I hate to say it, Virgo, but it's definitely time. And look at all this emotion built up. All of these emotions built up. There's 3 people in your life, or 3 different feelings, or 3 different situations. And I mean, come on now, there are 2 threes here. So there's definitely a third-party situation for some of you. And it's time for you to really figure something out about that. And if anybody can figure it out, it's you. So we do have the Hermit card and the 3 of Cups here. So like I said, I feel that you're turning your back on a certain celebration with someone. I don't know if some of you are in polyamorous relationships, or if you were with someone and now you're with someone else, or if you're talking to someone else on the sly, or if your partner is, or I'm not sure what's going on there. But there is 3 cups here involved. And I wouldn't keep talking about this if it wasn't for that 3 of Swords up there. Because where there were 3 swords before, now there are 3 cups. Which that could be a little bit of a good thing, Virgo. Because, by the end of the month, you could be celebrating certain pain. And, maybe these 3 swords were very mental at first. But now it turns into kind of a celebration. So for some of you, you're being asked to celebrate this heartbreak because it's actually a good thing. Not every loss is a loss, if you know what I mean. Sometimes you're getting rid of certain toxic people, places, and things, and you're actually way better without them. Way better without them. I know it's heartbreaking to leave behind a situation, but you could be celebrating the end of this energy. Okay, because I see here that these 3 swords turn into 3 cups. So where there was whatever is mental, whatever happens mentally for you for the next 2 months is also going to happen emotionally. So whatever negative thought you have, or whatever thought you have, Virgo, it's going to turn into your emotion. Whatever happens within your heart is going to happen in your emotions as well. So I do see that you're isolating yourself from certain social gatherings. You're also isolating yourself from celebration. You're isolating yourself from a third-party situation. Isolating yourself from your emotions. And we have the 3 of Swords here directly with the Lovers. So that's very blatant. That there is a heartbreak going on here. Some of you might be with a Gemini. Some of you might have Gemini energy in your chart. And for others of you, this is a decision. Because a lot of people don't know that. But the Lovers card, it comes up when you have a decision to make about your love life. So literally, Virgo, look at that. You have heartbreak there where the Lovers are. This 3 of Swords is being validated by the Lovers energy. Okay, and this is a twin flame union, okay? The Lovers card, this is like Adam and Eve here. And look at this Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is definitely a twin flame angel. So you can call upon him whenever you want, Virgo. Like, you're an angel too. All right, so the archangels are definitely on your side to come in and heal heartbreak. For some of you, this heartbreak is going to be healed by a new love opportunity that comes in at the end of February. So just know that the decision you have to make, it might be walking away from someone old and embracing someone new in your life. Someone who's better for you, someone who you love, someone who it's balanced with, someone who will stick with you even through the mountains, even through the distance, even through the hurdles. See that mountain there? But whatever this is, Virgo, I do see that the angels are kind of orchestrating it, and the sun is still shining for you. A lot of you are experiencing heartbreak in your relationships, and that's probably because a lot of this 7th house energy is coming in for you. You have Neptune in your 7th house. You're going to have the sun and the moon and Mercury and Venus in your 7th house. That's a lot of fucking energy in your 7th house of relationships. When you're a private person, Virgo. So how dare the universe get all up in your relationship Kool-Aid, you know what I mean? But obviously there's something there that needs dealing with, because there are, and see, the Lover's card is surrounded by a third-party situation and a decision to make. 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords. So some of you could be celebrating with a Gemini or celebrating with a lover at the end of the month. But at the beginning of the month, there's some heartbreak that needs to be dealt with ASAP. Because if it's not dealt with, then a lot of heavy decision making comes into play. Now, the bottom of the deck here is the Page of Cups, which is, this is synchronicity. So if you see any synchronicities in this reading, and what do I mean by synchronicity? That's when you, okay, maybe a synchronicity is when something happens realistically and spiritually at the same time. So you might be thinking about someone and they text you right at that very moment. You know what I mean? Or maybe, you know, you really like the number 7 and you see 7s all day, every day. You know, you want to communicate with the universe about, you know, to guide you and to lead you. To guide you and to lead you the right way. Because right now, things are not grounded and they're not going to make logical sense to you. So you want to call upon that watery energy, that the water in the universe. This is also new love, Virgo. This is a communication. See that little fish there? So this is communication with your subconscious, or communication with an unexpected person. Emotional communication happening with an unexpected individual. And new love. Oh wow, what the heck? I have no idea how that happened, but I look over and I see the Ace of Cups there. So the Ace of Cups must have been on the bottom. How beautiful. So, you know, Virgo, I can't lie to you. I was definitely thinking that this meant self-love. And I didn't even, this Ace of Cups wasn't even there. So look at Spirit. Because at first we just had the Emperor and this. The Page of Cups and the Emperor, remember? And then I picked up the deck, and I'd be damned if the Ace of Cups didn't stay down there. I didn't see that before. So I definitely see new love and new emotion coming in for you, Virgo. And this is self-love, because Aries is the Emperor. This is the Aries card. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries. Others of you could be dealing with just your own self-authority, which is everything to do with this heartbreak and these decisions and these, you know, you have to be an authority figure right now over your own heart and your own life, Virgo. Take back your energy, protect yourself, and stay in control. You know, you need to put that Virgo energy to use come Pisces season. Don't let the water make you uncomfortable, because that water has a lot to offer you. New love, new emotional communication. It's going to be a lot easier to communicate your emotions in February than it has been ever before for you. And that's because you're going to feel that Pisces energy opposite of you. And I'm telling you, this Aries is the house of self. So this is self-love. First, you have to love yourself in order for these new opportunities to come in. And then these were the cards that were left over. So this is new love with an Aries, or new love for yourself. Authority over your emotion, because not only is this the new love card, but this card comes out for a person who's went an obscene amount of time being distant and cold towards their own emotion. Okay, so I know based off of this card, and this card came out spiritually, if I wouldn't have picked up the cards a certain way, I would have never even showed you this card. But this card wanted to come out for you, Virgo. This is for you, to symbolize new emotion coming in. This is Pisces season. In Pisces season, with Venus there and with Mercury coming in there soon and with the sun coming there, that is all in your seventh. Like, come on now, Virgo. Did you think that you were going to go through a seventh house transit and not get new love or not mingle a little bit? Just be careful of those third party situations, though. Make sure you're being honest to your lover, okay? And make sure your lover is being honest with you about, because come on now, it's Pisces season, so everybody's going to be feeling a lot. And this is the time when lovers come back and when people start feeling shit that they have been ignored for years. So a lot of new emotion coming in for the universe, for you. So this is self-love, and this is also authority over your emotion. Okay, emotional authority. It's time for you to gain emotional authority over the things that you have felt for years. Heartbreak that you have felt for years. Virgo, I know you guys like to move on from the past and leave it there, but Pisces season, Pisces season is all the zodiac signs. So with that being said, Pisces is the past, present, and future. And with Pisces season, sometimes it can bring up old emotion that, it only does that to you if you didn't feel that emotion when it was the time to. So if you weren't feeling things, Virgo, if you rushed yourself like the ram, if you hurried yourself through, if you were in Aries about it, you might need to get a little selfish about your emotions, Virgo. You might need to, people aren't used to you feeling, so you might need to show a side of you in February that people aren't used to. Like, yeah, I am a Virgo, and yeah, I do care about my emotions because my world is changing. I'm changing, I am not who I used to be. I'm not this heartbroken, insecure person. I am strong. I have authority over these feelings. I have authority over this water in my life. And I mean, this is a new beginning, Virgo. So I would really embrace this Pisces energy coming in for you because it's all happening in areas of your life that are helpful. If you're struggling with experiencing this emotion, then I think this new lover or this new, even if you're with a person, if you're with somebody, then it's not going to seem like the same person by the end of February. And this is great, happening right around Valentine's Day for you guys. So this is a really positive message for you guys to be, this is new love. These are both two new love cards surrounding you. And some of you might even decline that in order to be alone, because that's the single card. So for those single Virgos, you have two new love opportunities. It might be with someone who's Aries or Aries-like. And, instead of dwelling, on the past and on the emotions that have spilled out, turn around, because there's this Two of Cups right here. And you want to know something, Virgo? Here's a closer look at those Two of Cups. And I'm literally just pulling the cards as they show. So that's so interesting that you're worried about this third-party situation that showed itself here. You see these Three of Cups? This is a third-party situation. And some of you are really down and out about this third-party situation. But if you turn around, there's a beautiful emotional union behind you. And it's strong. See the lion there? Your Two of Cups is still standing. You're in a funk right now. You're staying in. What happened to turning your back on the heartbreak, Virgo? It doesn't seem like you are, because now the cards are showing me that secretly you're acting like you don't care about something, but you care a great deal about it, to the point where you're super depressed, even though this happened a while ago, or it might be happening now, but it's over and done with. So turn around and see these Two of Cups that are still there, because look at how beautiful that is. And look at what's peeking out still. These Two Cups right here. Here's your Two of Cups. Right here. And this Aries that's chilling out in the middle. And then we have Aries and Libra on the table. So this is an opposition. Aries and Libra are opposite signs. So some of you could be dealing with an Aries or a Libra. Some of you could have Aries or Libra in your chart. But for what this is telling me is that, you really want to make sure you're working with this Pisces energy, because opposite of Virgo is Pisces. So when cards come up like this, it tells me that there is an opposite energy going on. Some of you could be with Pisces or with other like Cancer or Scorpio. But we have the Magician coming up now too. And you want to be careful of being stolen from mentally. Because you have certain betraying energies in your life when you're the fucking Magician. You know, like you have a lot of tricks up your sleeve, Virgo, and this is the Mercury card. And Mercury is going to be in Pisces, making it so easy for you to manifest. Do you hear me? After the 17th, you can actually, Virgo, you can always manifest anything that you want. But come the 17th, when Mercury's in Pisces opposite your sun in your 7th house, why don't you use that? If you guys are having relationship problems, wait until Mercury enters your 7th house of relationships, because that's when the logic is going to return to you. It's going to help a lot of coupled Virgos with a lot of drama that's been in their relationship. All you needed was Mercury to enter your 7th house for you to really pull some tricks up your sleeve, because you have the cup, you have a sword, you have a wand, you have pentacle, you have feelings, you have money, you have thoughts, and you have passionate love and creativity. That is all the elements in the universe. So this card comes up for manifestation when you have more than one option, right? And you don't want someone to distract you. Magicians also distract people. So I wouldn't use this energy as a distraction. I would use it to manifest whatever you need in order to get these betraying energies out of your life. Because this is a sneaky, cheating, lying energy, right? But this is also you walking away from the Two of Swords, though. So this might be you picking up your mental energy when Mercury comes into Pisces. Or while Mercury's in Aquarius. You know, Mercury's in Aquarius for another week or so. So you might want to use that energy while Mercury's in Aquarius, because Aquariuses are very intellectual people. That could help you manifest as well. And we have the Devil card here, but we have it with the Sun. So do you see how the light is lighting up your subconscious, Virgo? Because this Devil card it's symbolic for the subconscious. And in your subconscious, you know, it's interesting that we have this twin flame. This is the Lover's card gone bad. Let's take a look here, just like I did for Gemini. Look at the similarities in these cards. There's two angels in this card, and there's two human beings in this card. But I would say that they look a little bit different from each other, don't they? So it's your choice, Virgo. What union you would like to experience? Do you want to keep experiencing this toxic, manipulative, evil, dark, chained energy in your subconscious? Or would you like to get back to the Lovers? Because this is what you're meant to have, Virgo. The angels, the light, the sunshine. But in order to experience that, you have to get over the heartbreak. And there's something evil trying to manipulate Virgo into thinking that they have lost or that their relationship is evil, when really, no. It's your subconscious. There's a lot of subconscious demons. And, you know, the Devil card, what's interesting about it is that these people have been hanging out with this devil for so long that they're actually becoming devils themselves. They're starting to act a lot like the energy that's manipulating them, becoming them. And they can leave whenever they want. Look at those chains. They're big enough to lift over their heads and leave, but they're not. They want to be there. This is manipulation at its finest. So you have got to wake up, Virgo. And see, this devil represents that Leo energy for you, that subconscious full moon that you had at the end of January. And also, this is the moon coming into Virgo in March. A lot of subconscious energy. It's time to fight those demons. Once and for all, Virgo. They gotta go. Whether they're people, places, or things, they gotta go. Those chains, they need to be cut. Because this energy here, if you stay trapped here subconsciously, you're going to miss out on all this great energy. This new love coming in for you, this Ace of Cups. This card does not want you to feel your emotions. Every time you abandon your emotions, Virgo, you're allowing something evil to manipulate you and to keep you in this chained position. The Sun is coming up with it. This is a beautiful energy to come up because the Sun is lighting up your subconscious. I know you feel trapped, but here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright, do-do-do-do. There's nothing to fear here, Virgo, because at least you have awareness of this energy in your life. At least you're aware that this union, now I want you to know that this union also means a twin flame. Because twin flames are chained together subconsciously. and they mimic each other's darkness. So you don't want to allow that to fake you out. You don't want this to control you. You need to control this. Make this devil your bitch. This is also a Capricorn energy. So someone you're dealing with could have Capricorn somewhere in their chart, and the sun is coming out for that energy. You're going to be aware of how to handle this energy. So where there was subconscious chains and darkness, there will be sunlight and warmth and positivity and prosperity and happiness. Like, this is a beautiful card here, the sun, lighting up your dark subconscious in February. So the reason why you're feeling all these emotions, Virgo, is not only because of Pisces season, but it's also because the sun is illuminating your subconscious. It's so interesting because your subconscious is ruled by the sun, Virgo, Leo. Your subconscious is ruled by Leo. And so as a Virgo, you have the opportunity to see this however you want. If you want to get stuck here, by all means, you have free will, Virgo. If you're happy with this energy, you can stay here. Or you can allow that Leo energy, that eclipse, to light your way through the darkness. You can subconsciously tap into the harmonious energy of the sun. You're very lucky to have Leo as your 12th house, because you always have the ability to light up darkness. No wonder you're an angel. And I do see you, this is the Six of Swords. This comes up a lot for Virgo. So, you're leaving. This is definitely emotion. For you, this is mental and emotional, but look at all the water in this picture. So if you take a closer look down here, there's a bunch of waves. And that is not being stable emotionally. That is your emotions all out of whack, all over the place. But you see, you're rowing to a more positive light. You want to get over here to land, to the Virgo full moon. But you have to get yourself out of these situations. This is the Six of Swords here. So it's a decision to leave something behind, possibly a relationship, possibly that dark subconscious energy, possibly a Capricorn. We have Aries and Libra on the table. We have Leo, love the Hermit card. So we have Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Libra, Leo. All right. So those are the signs coming out for you. Capricorn too. Can't forget Capricorn. So you could be leaving any of those signs behind for any of those signs. Or if it's not a sign, or if it's not a person, then you could just be leaving something toxic behind in order to get to a better side. Sometimes you have to make the mental decision to leave emotionally in order to put yourself first, to get to somewhere more stable. You might need to tell someone, this is too emotional for me. And I'd rather just be a Virgo. I need to focus right now. My whole world is changing. I don't have time to lose myself to these emotions. And, you might be leaving something behind for a second chance. Because we have the Judgment card here, Virgo. And you're charging forward towards that Judgment card by the Knight of Wands. So it's interesting here to have this Judgment. The angels here. That angel up here in the Judgment card is playing the trumpet of truth for you. So you can't tell me that you don't know what's going on. Because I see that the cards are telling me that, it's all here, Virgo. It's definitely all here. So I just want to get a couple more messages for you. If there's any other last minute messages for Virgo. How beautiful. So we have the Ace of Pentacles coming out for you. And the Temperance card. So I don't know if some of you are working with a Sagittarius or dealing with Sagittarius energy. But, the universe is bringing something to you, Virgo. A gift financially. But the Temperance card has everything to do with patience. So you need to have the patience for this blessed gift from the universe. Don't worry, Virgo. Come the end of February, beginning of March, you're going to be feeling a lot more financially stable. You're going to be feeling a lot more grounded. So embrace this Pisces energy as much as you can right now. Because don't worry, you will return back to your earthy self. This is the Virgo full moon. If I were you, I would really pay attention to what's going on around that full moon, because some of you could receive a certain financial gift from the universe. This is a new beginning financially. Some of you could be, working higher up in jobs, or receiving a promotion, another promotion, one that you didn't see, a promotion from the universe. And whatever that is, it's going to create balance. So I'm seeing that, like, this is literally so beautiful for you, Virgo, because this is something that Virgo can understand. This is something that you can feel, touch, and see. It's money. It's something. This is going to be different for all of you, but whatever it is, you've been waiting for it for a long time, and it's going to balance out everything in your life, everything. But you want to be patient, and you want to make sure that you're being moderate. And in order to get this, Virgo, you're going to have to deal with your emotions first. Water and then earth. You know, water and earth make a great team. And it's interesting that I say that, because look at down here. We have the feet of this person. One in the water and one on earth. And it's perfectly okay to balance this energy out. If you just need to handle emotion in a logical way. You're great at that, Virgo. Whatever you feel come February and March, because trust me, Virgo, you are going to be feeling a lot. But just don't become consumed in it. Pour it from one cup from another, just like this temperance angel is. This is Archangel Michael, again, here to help you and guide you. And there are certain divine gifts coming for you, Virgo. This is the Ace of Pentacles, but you want to be patient for this Ace. You want to be patient for this grounded opportunity, okay? Because first, there's a lot emotionally. There's a lot emotionally. And this King of Wands really wants to show up for you guys. I don't know if you guys are just passionate, or if this is a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy, okay? But the fire is strong for you guys right now. And you just want to ground that and moderate that and balance that, because this is perfect for you guys. This is a perfect message to end your reading on, because at the end of February, you're going to be back. You know, even though March is Pisces season 2, you're going to be feeling even more grounded in Pisces season, even more financially stable in Pisces season. So I wouldn't worry, because the balance is coming. The universe has not forgotten about you, Virgo. And it's okay for you to keep one foot in the water. Just make sure you're doing both. This is about emotional balance. This is about grounded emotions, logical emotions, spiritual logic. Okay? You know you have it in you, Virgo, to be both. You are not just earth. You are water as well. You have emotion. Just don't be afraid to put your feet in there a little bit. You don't got to dive in like a fish, like Pisces. You know, I know you're more comfortable in this earth energy, dealing with money, dealing with logic, working in the physical realm. But right now, you're being asked to be an angel, and you know you are one. You know you're an angel. So embrace that side of you and allow it to guide you. And you are very passionate right now. Very passionate right now. Just like I said, I open up the deck to the Knight of Wands. Charging forward towards balance, Virgo. That's what you're doing in February. You are passionately charging forward towards balance and moderation. You know, don't hang on to the emotion too much. But we do have, okay, we have the Death card here in the Ace of Cups again. So there is a transformation happening with a new love. There is a transformation happening possibly with a Scorpio. But whatever it is, these emotions are purifying. And you are emotionally going through a transformation, Virgo, in February. In February. Could be leaving certain things behind. But I'm going to leave this Ace of Pentacles out for you, because I believe that is the message that Spirit wants to leave off on. And we have that balanced energy right beneath that. So Virgo, this was your reading for February. Lots of stuff going on, just like I thought. Interesting to see your energies and what's going on beneath the surface with you. But just know that things are going to return, and you're going to, it's not that things are going to return, it's that you're going to get smarter, and you're going to gain emotional intelligence. You know how good you can logically think your way through things? Well, Pisces season is going to teach you how to do that with your own emotions and with the emotions of other people as well. How smart are you really if you can't deal with the way people feel, Virgo? You have to prove your intelligence, and you have to prove your worth emotionally now. You know, it's very easy for a Virgo to logically figure things out. But how about emotionally? So that is what's coming to fruition in February for you guys, okay? And if you have any questions about the reading, or if you didn't really like how all over the place it was, then just go ahead and stay tuned for my March videos, because they're going to be a little bit more structured in March. I really wanted to take this opportunity to really channel and just allow the universe to, you know, say whatever it wanted to you. So I do hope that this is relatable and helpful, Virgo. And you know I love you guys so much. Virgos are so near and dear to my heart. And I'm not sure, I'm just really interested in Virgo energy as a Pisces. Also, Virgo, I would so love to speak with you guys on a more personal level. So if you want to dive into some of those energies personally, then I would really recommend getting a personal reading with me, which I have below. I have my information below. And I just charge $10 for 30 minutes. So I would love to speak with you guys about any questions you have, birth chart, astrology. I can pretty much do anything. Just contact me and let me know, whether that's through email or through comment or through Facebook, Twitter. I have all of that information below. And like I said, I would love to work with you guys more. But that's all I have for now, Virgo. And I wish you guys a happy February. I wish you all the best. A happy Valentine's Day. I wish you a happy Pisces season. You have all my best energy. And you know that I love you. And I want you guys to do everything in your power to prepare for this full moon that's happening in March. And I can't wait to talk to you more about that. And I'll definitely be doing a video about that full moon come March, okay? All right, Virgo. I'll see you guys later, you logical lilies.